now is Deputy TSA Administrator Adam Stahl. Adam, thanks very much for joining us this weekend. Can you assess the impact of a shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security for us?
Yeah, absolutely. The impacts have been significant, both financially, operationally, as well as for our workforce. Significant financial impacts, and they're frustrated, to be completely candid. They can't pay their bills. They can't pay for childcare, and so it's having wide-ranging impacts across the economy for the traveling public as well as for our workforce as well.
Well, I mean, what about security? Are you changing certain programs at certain airports and making us less safe in some ways?
Now, the security integrity of the system is very much intact, but there will be impacts, of course, to operations. We've already seen, elongated wait times, 3-4 hour wait times in Houston, New Orleans, Atlanta, and the like. And so if Senate Democrats don't come to the table, this will get worse. It's not a matter of if, it's more when. And so we really need, again, Senate Democrats to come to the table so we can refund TSA, DHS, and get money back into our workers' pockets.
Well, you're right. I mean, now they're missing their first full paycheck this weekend, and major airports are pivoting to passengers to support TSA workers. Denver International and Seattle Tacoma asking travelers to donate gift cards and essentials to agents who are going without pay. Tell us about that.
Yeah, really everything, every little bit helps, and we've received tremendous support from the community, both industry as well as the private community. And so if you have more questions, please go on TSA.gov in terms of how to donate, but they are hurting. I just spoke to an individual, single mother, has a 3-year-old special needs child. She can't pay for childcare for that child. So things are significantly problematic right now. Our workforce is having acute financial impacts, and frankly, they're very frustrated, as they should be. This is becoming, frankly, shameful and ridiculous, and we really need a resolution to normal order.
I mean, I know that certain employees just can't, meet the bills, so they're being forced to take on second jobs, and then there are others who've just called in sick or they quit, right? Tell us about that.
Right. So the overwhelming majority are still coming in, and they're, again, this is an incredibly resilient, dedicated workforce, and they're doing the best they can under extremely difficult conditions. But folks, frankly, can't afford to drive into work. We have individuals sleeping in their cars. Other individuals are donating blood to be able to afford money to pay for gas to get to work. So it's a terrible situation. And we really need Senate Democrats to come back to the table and reopen the government so we can get the economy back on track and get our folks paid. Because at the end of the day now, this is their financial livelihood is at stake. And this is having a really quite literal impact on their financial livelihood.
Well, I mean, it's unbelievable because the Senate Democrats want change at ICE and they want change in Border Patrol. But the truth is what they're doing here with Homeland Security is not impacting ICE because ICE has already been funded, but it is impacting the people that work at the airports and the TSA agents.
Right. And this is having an impact on everyday Americans, everyday TSA officers that don't track and follow politics day to day. They just want to do their job and do it securely and receive a paycheck. And so we really, again, call on them to come back to the table. They should have these conversations during normal congressional order, not in spite of normal congressional order. So we are asking them to come back to the table, get our folks paid, and get the economy and the American traveling public back to a normal order, normal operations, as soon as possible.
All right. We will be watching the situation closely. Adam, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Maria.